We all know in survival Minecraft, if you take any kind of damage, your hearts magically regenerate. And as long as your hunger bar is full, it's pretty easy to heal up in a tricky situation. But what if that didn't happen? What if your hearts didn't regenerate? In today's Minecraft challenge, the natural regeneration setting is turned off, meaning any damage I take is permanent. To beat the challenge, I'll need to be super careful at all times so I take as little damage as possible. Even one small mistake could completely change the course of the entire run. So can I beat Minecraft without being able to heal? Let's jump straight into the challenge and find out. So here we are inside of a brand new survival world, and today I'm attempting my hardest challenge yet, because whatever damage we take is permanent, so we've got to be super careful and take as little damage as we can throughout the challenge. Even these bees could hurt us and cause problems in our run. So let's avoid those and quickly punch down one of these trees and get started with this challenge. Now that we've got a pickaxe, we can grab ourselves some stone, and there's a ruined portal down here. I wonder what's in the chest. We'll have to be careful though, because I don't want to fall in any lava. Okay, we got some boots, some gold, a sharpness 3 axe, 2 obsidian, and a fire charge. So, some decently useful gear that we might need throughout the challenge. And I have just spotted some iron there, so let's quickly grab some stone and we can mine that up. Okay, we should have enough cobblestone now to make ourselves a pickaxe. And we can now grab some of this iron. It's really lucky that we managed to get some so early, because armor is going to be crucial in this challenge to lower the amount of damage that we take. So before we go ahead and find the village, I'm just going to grab some of this coal here so that we can smelt our iron. And I'm having to be careful because this terrain has a lot of holes in it that we could fall into. But now that we've got ourselves some coal, let's try and find a village before it gets dark. And looks like we're going to have to be really careful of all of these holes. Wow, this terrain's really dangerous. Oh, nice. We found a village. And just in time, too. The sun's going down. I think we've got time to explore it a little bit before it gets dark. So let's grab some of this wheat here. I do see a blacksmith, so let's go and see what's in that chest. And we can put our iron on to smelt in there. Oh, nice. We've got an iron sword and an iron chest plate. So that'll save us a little bit of iron. But I think it's just about time to find ourselves a bed to sleep in for the night. And there we go, we successfully survived our first day in this world. And we haven't taken any damage so far, so that's good. Anyway, let's carry on grabbing this wheat so that we can make ourselves some food. And we'll grab these hay bales as well. Okay, now we got all of the wheat from this village, let's craft ourselves up some bread. That should be more than enough for the rest of this challenge. So although having a full hunger bar doesn't regenerate our hearts, it's still useful to have food so that we can still sprint and get away from any danger. But with that, I think it's time to kill the golem. So let's just pile up a few blocks. And it's got stuck. Okay, maybe we need to come a bit closer. Come on, buddy. Yeah, I don't want to get too close because it might hit me. Okay, looks like we can hit it from here. Oh, oh no. Okay, that's not good. We killed the golem, but we got hit by it, so we've taken a whole lot of damage. So we're going to have to be really careful now for the rest of this challenge. So it's probably a good time to make ourselves a shield now, so that we can at least block a few attacks. But as you can see, my hunger bar is full, and I'm not regenerating any hearts. So that's what's going to be really difficult about this challenge. So let's grab the iron out of the furnace, and we've got 8 iron now, so we can use that to make some more armor. I'm thinking some leggings. And it would be nice to get a full set, so maybe we'll quickly head down into a cave and try and find some surface iron to safely mine. Which shouldn't be too much of a problem, there seems to be a lot of caves around here. Looks like we managed to find some iron here. And I would like to make my way down to that level, but it's going to be difficult without taking full damage. Maybe if we bridge over to this water pool here. There we go, we made it down safely. Okay, we've got quite a bit of iron here. Okay, we should have everything we need now to head back up to the surface. Let's see if we can find any more iron in this cave here. Okay, I'm not seeing any, and I don't want to go too deep. So I think I'm just going to play it safe and head back up to the surface. And it doesn't look like the sun's going down, so we can sleep again. And you've probably noticed I'm now on 4 hearts instead of 5, because I was an idiot and jumped into a hole and took some full damage. So yeah, this challenge really isn't going that well. But let's just get our iron smelted, and we can go to sleep. While we wait for our iron to smelt, let's just chop down another tree to get some more wood. And we can craft it up into planks. And with our iron, we're going to make ourselves a bucket. And we don't quite have enough for an iron helmet, but we should be fine. And now we can probably start thinking about heading to the Nether. So we're going to need to find ourselves a lava pool. Now, I do see a little bit of stone over there, so that could be a lava pool. And nice, I was right, it is a lava pool. So let's grab ourselves some water from this river. And hopefully I can remember how to make one of these things. First bucket goes... No, it doesn't. Okay, we messed that up. So looks like we're gonna have to try and find another area to do this in. We should be fine if we build a block here. Okay, then we place a block there with the water bucket. Then we mine up that block. 2 blocks there and a couple of blocks up here. And then dig out a space there for the water to flow into. Then if we place our water bucket there, we should be good now just to make ourselves a nether portal. We get rid of the water. And there we go, we got ourselves a nether portal. All we gotta do is light it up with the fire charge we found earlier. And I'm just gonna quickly grab these furnaces right here, just in case we need them. And we should be ready now to head into the nether. Okay, it looks like we spawned in a soul sand valley. This isn't really what I wanted, because this is probably one of the more dangerous biomes in the nether. So let's just dig into here real quick. Now, we are only on 4 hearts heading into the nether, so I'm not massively hopeful that we're going to complete this challenge without dying. But I think we're just going to have to pick a direction and run in it to try and find ourselves a fortress. So I think I'm just going to try and head in this direction and hopefully avoid that skeleton there. And there's also a ghast as well. Oh, okay. Yep, we're being attacked by 2 ghasts now. Okay, let's just run as fast as we can. Hopefully make it. Okay, yep, we've been hit. Oh, we might die here. Okay, that didn't go very well. But luckily we saved our spawn at that village so we can very quickly head back. Okay, I just got hit with a huge reality check. That iron golem completely ruined my chances of surviving in the nether, and it made me realise this challenge was going to be way harder than I expected. But after respawning, I was back on full health and ready to try again. This time I played a lot more carefully, only taking half a heart of damage from an annoying skeleton shot before making it to the fortress. And luckily it was really close to the portal, so now all I had to do was kill some blazes for their rods and leave the fortress without taking any more damage. There we go, we got an 8th one. 8 blaze rods should be enough to make the Eyes of Ender that we need. So now I think we're safe to leave the fortress. And while I'm here, I might as well collect up some of this gold because we'll need it to battle with piglins. Just gotta watch out for my surroundings. Like those blazes trying to put... Okay, yeah, we got set on fire. And there's... Oh, okay, I'm an idiot. Yeah, that pretty much sums up how this challenge has gone so far. I got completely sniped by a blaze and panic jumped straight into lava. Definitely not my proudest moment. But anyway, embarrassing deaths aside, I entered the nether for a 3rd time and carried on mining gold to battle with piglins for ender pearls. But I was super unlucky because I didn't get a single pearl from the gold I had. So I made a super risky decision and set off to find a bastion, which would give me way more gold to battle with. I took things slow again, blocking myself off from the piglin brutes and managed to grab a ton of gold blocks. Unfortunately, we did take quite a bit of damage from some magma cubes, but we managed to make it out of the nether alive with 4.5 hearts and most importantly 18 ender pearls, which meant we had everything we needed to begin preparing for the dragon fight. So we have 18 now, which is probably more than enough. So I think it's safe now to leave the nether and go back to the overworld. So I'm going to head back to the portal now, and I'll see you guys in a second once we're back in the overworld and we can start preparing for the dragon fight. Okay, nice, we made it back, and it's daytime so we don't have to deal with any mobs. So let's just head back to the village and make sure we're safe. And we have actually got some diamonds that we can use, so maybe it's worth making ourselves some armor with it. So I'm definitely thinking a chest plate because that would give us the most protection. And there's probably not much else we can do with this diamond because the iron sword that we've got already does the same amount of damage as a diamond sword. I think I'm going to make myself another iron pickaxe because I think we're going to need some more blocks going into the end because based on my past experiences, I never bring near enough blocks into the end. So I'm just going to grab as much cobblestone as I can. But yeah, I think our next step is to make ourselves some blaze powder and make ourselves some Eyes of Ender. So I'm going to make 16 and keep these 2 other pearls spare because they're useful for teleporting around the end. However, we will take damage when we do that, so we are going to have to be careful with doing that. But yeah, I think if we just grab some cobblestone, we'll be then ready to head to the end. There we go, we should have enough blocks now, and just in time too, the sun is going down. So let's head back to our bed. And now that it's the morning, we can throw our first eye of Ender and try and find this stronghold. So let's throw one about here. Okay, it's going off in that direction. Now I knew the direction of the stronghold, it really hit me just how close we were to completing this challenge. Even though I'd already beaten Minecraft so many times before, even with no inventory or no tools, this was honestly the hardest challenge I've attempted so far. Every bit of damage has been a challenge of its own. Even small mistakes like getting hit by the iron golem earlier have completely changed the course of this run. But despite the embarrassing deaths and avoidable damage, we've made some really good progress. Now all that stood between us and completing the challenge was the Ender Dragon. And this definitely wasn't going to be easy because we only had 4.5 hearts left. So my plan was simple: destroy as many end crystals as possible and do as much damage to the dragon before my inevitable death. After following the Eyes of Ender for a while, we finally made it to the stronghold where it was time to enter the end. And there we go, there's the stone bricks off the stronghold, so we should just be able to dig into it. So hopefully we should be able to find the end portal decently quickly. Oh, well that was easy. Let's break the silverfish spawner because I don't want them hitting us. Right, let's block off these lava pools here because I don't trust myself. And I'm just going to dig a little hole so that we can get rid of some of these junk blocks. And most importantly, we should probably set our spawn. Because going into the end on 4.5 hearts, I'm definitely not going to last very long. But anyway, I think it's time to fill in the portal. And we should be ready to jump into the end. So leave a like to wish me luck, and let's jump in. Okay, we spawned on a platform, and it's a good thing we got all of those blocks, because now we can bridge over and try and avoid these endermen. And hopefully, we can use our bow. Okay, my aim isn't great. There we go, we got one. Managed to start off strong. We've taken out a couple of towers. Let's try and go for some of these shorter towers over here. Just while the Ender Dragon is perched. And it is coming after us now, so hopefully it doesn't hit us. Nope, we should be fine. Oh. Okay, we took a little bit of damage, but it was only 1 heart. Okay, we're only on 2 hearts. I should probably eat this golden apple, actually. That might be the safe option. Okay, I don't think I have the aim to get those towers, annoyingly. I'm not actually sure what to do. I think we might have to pile up them, which isn't going to be the funnest of things to do. But we've got our water bucket ready in case we end up falling. And we're now on top of this really tall tower here. So hopefully we can just take out these couple of crystals. And there's only 2 caged ones, which is good. I'm not sure how we're going to get down, though. I'm thinking of just using a water bucket, to be honest. Yeah, why not? There we go. Professional Minecrafter here. Just kidding, I'm terrible. But we just got to make it up these couple of cage towers. Oh, okay, we're on 1 heart. Yeah, we're really not going to last long. That's really annoying. We were doing really well on the small amount of hearts that we had, but we just couldn't avoid the Ender Dragon being so aggressive. Luckily, we set our spawn, and we can just jump straight back in and try again. And hopefully not take as much damage this time. I'm hoping we can try and get it done in this attempt. I'm just going to wait for that to stop perching, because I know when it stops, it comes straight after me like that. Okay, we should be good now to pile up this pillar, and then we can try and get the other one that we died on. Annoyingly, in Bedrock, you can't just shoot the bottoms of these, because I know in Java you can actually do that. Unfortunately, in Bedrock, you still have to pile up to the top of them. Okay, we've just got 1 more pillar to grab. Luckily, this isn't a very tall tower to head up, so we should be able to just very quickly... There we go. And let's just bucket clutch down. Oh, okay. Shouldn't have done that. We caught that block there. That's annoying. But now we should just be able to deal a little bit of damage to the dragon and hopefully kill it quite quickly. Okay, that was a decent amount of damage. Oh, we managed to get a couple of hits out the air. Oh, that was only a quick perch this time. And there we go, we beat it. That was really quick, wow. I was expecting that to last a lot longer, and I was expecting to die, actually. Okay, nice, the Ender Dragon's down, and we've successfully completed the challenge. So, we had a couple of deaths, but I'm not worried. I mean, this challenge is really difficult, so I was allowing myself to die anyway. Because otherwise I'd be sat here recording the same attempts for pretty much forever, because I'm definitely not good enough to beat the game without regenerating hearts in one attempt. But we managed to get it done eventually, and I don't think we did too badly. I mean, we went through a bastion without dying. But I think all that's left to do is jump into this end portal, and we can successfully beat the challenge if that Enderman isn't going to kill us before we manage to get in there. And with that, we had officially beaten Minecraft without regenerating health. This challenge was way harder than I ever expected, and there were a few moments where it felt impossible and I genuinely wanted to give up. But despite the embarrassing deaths, panic moments, and terrible decision making, we managed to push through and complete the challenge. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. The support on the channel recently has been amazing. We just hit 200 subscribers, so let's see if we can hit 300 soon. And while you're down there, let me know in the comments what challenge you want to see me take on next. But anyway guys, my name is Orange Ninja, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.